Hello everybody and welcome to another Youth Sport Trust After School Club. I'm Rachael, Mackenzie, boxing and Thai boxing champion and one of the athlete mentors at the Youth Sport Trust. Now we know that some of you might be back of your activities, but not everybody has been able to go back to doing the after school sports that they love. So we'll be here right until the end of term with you, bringing you lots and lots of different activities and games and things to challenge you in a physical way. Now today is my favourite day because today it is Wild Wednesday. So we're going to have a little bit of competition later on and I would love to know if you beat my score. Now as usual, I want you to check that your area is safe. We're going to be doing a little bit of running around in our warm-up, but we also need some space so that we can throw and move things around. So check your area and make sure there's nothing that might be in the way. Okay, so without any further ado, I need you to go and find 15 small soft objects. They could be socks or little balls. I've got some snowballs because it's nearly Christmas, so I'm going to have some fun with my snowballs. Pause the video or run and get your 15 small objects, and you also need a bucket or a cardboard box, a bit like this tub, to keep them all in. Okay, so for our first activity, we are going to play a game of Squibble Nooking. So you're going to put your box of squirrels nuts at one side of the room, and you're going to try and collect as many of those as you can, as quickly as you can. All right, we'll have a little go running to begin with. So you're going to run, you're going to pick one up, and you're going to take it to the other side of the room. So a bit like you're a little squirrel, and you're going to pick up all of the acorns and bury them ready for the winter. Okay, so if you've got your 15 in your bucket at one side, we're ready to go. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. We'll have a little race. We'll see who can get all of their balls or socks or snowballs to the other side of the room before me. This is my number 4. We're going to see if we can do 15. That's 5. 4. It's a good job that these aren't real snow, aren't they? They'll be melting. Okay, off we go. How are we doing? Now keep going. We're going to see if we can get all 15 quick as you can. Get them run and pick them back up. All right. Oh. I'm nearly done with mine. Just a couple more. I don't know how many I've got here. We've got more than 15. Woo. Last one. Brilliant. Now have you got all 15 of yours out? Okay, let's bring your bucket and we'll put them back in. Ready for our next little warm-up. So, this time, instead of running, I want you to see if you can sidestep. Okay, are we ready? Steady, let's go. So we're going to collect all 15 again, but keep sidestepping. So you should be able to see me all the time when you're doing this one. That's 3. 4. And we're getting a really quick feet. That's it. And this move would be really good for somebody like Nolly who plays rugby, so that she can dodge out of the way of her opponents. And maybe this might be good for me when I'm boxing, so that I can quickly get out of the way with those quick, fast feet. Oh, how are you doing? Are you nearly there? Oh, how many more have I got? 2 more. Sidestepping. Brilliant. Okay. And we're getting a little bit warmer. So today we are going to be thinking about some skill. We're going to be thinking about some throwing and catching. Maybe with some challenges. Challenges that you can beat me at. Now, what movement should we do next? How about we jump? Now you could do little jumps Or you could see if you can do one big jump to collect your nut. Okay, are we ready? I think I will do some little jumps the first one. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And then we'll run back. And then I'm going to do a big jump. Good. Okay, and some little jumps. All right, good, well done. Can you do a big jump all the way? And then run back. Big jump. Now, if anybody was with me earlier in my session last week, we practiced jumping onto one leg. You could try that this time. Jump, but land on one leg. Okay, big jump and land on one leg. That's it. Oh, 2 legs. How are you doing? I'm going to do some little jumps now. Now. Okay, what about a big hop? Oh, getting exciting. Another hop. I've nearly done them all. Are you done? Have you beaten me yet? Big jump. Some little jumps. I'm going to do one big jump to finish. Oh, brilliant. Excellent. And that jumping gives us real power in our legs, doesn't it? Now collecting your acorns again. And we'll take them back over to the tree. So this time, how about if we go backwards? So hopefully you've checked that there's nothing in your way and that you know that they can be safe. So we're going to run back and then we'll run back forwards. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Running backwards. And running backwards is really, really important for lots of sports, isn't it? So if we think about sports like tennis, and you'll meet Jade, who's one of our tennis players next week, sports like badminton, or maybe sports on a pitch, where you've got to run back and keep your eyes on everybody that's on the opposition. Oh, doing really well. Now, Jade, who you'll meet next week, she would be excellent at the tennis ball game that we're going to do later, and I might challenge her to see if she can beat my score. And then, if she can, maybe you could try and beat her score. Oh, I've got 2 more left. How are you doing for our warm-up? Our warm-up's helping us to practice lots of different movements. Get my bucket. But it's also increasing our heart rate and getting our body and our muscles ready to do our exercise. Ooh, which one should we do now? I wonder whether, should we do a bear crawl? So our bear crawl is down here. We're going to go on our hands and knees, hands and feet. We'll pick it up and then we'll run back. Okay, are you ready? So in our bear crawl, up we go. This is helping our flexibility as well as helping our shoulders be strong. Okay, we're off in our bear crawl. If you're feeling really adventurous, maybe you could bear crawl backwards as well. Oh, I did it wrong. Now bear crawl backwards. Okay. And then see, maybe you could bear crawl a bit lower. Keep those hips a little bit lower. How are we doing? And if there's somebody else in the room with you, you could be having a little race and see who can collect all of their acorns first. Or maybe you could see, if you put them there, maybe they could take them back to the bucket. Okay. Woo. We're going. We've got one more. Oh, I've got it. How did you do that time? Collect your acorns back up again. Now we do lots of different movements, and it's important that we can move in lots of directions really well. So this time, I think we're going to go in a really deep backwards lunge. You might only get 1 or 2 steps, but we're going to stretch as we go. So we'll stretch and then stand up, and then stretch and stand up. This time let's just get 5 because it's a bit slower. So we'll get 5 of our acorns. Big stretch. Maybe you can see if you can pick it up by reaching round and stretching all the way across that middle as well. That's 3 for me. And going a little bit slower so we're getting a good stretch. One more. Helping our muscles to become strong by doing these leg exercises so that when we want to jump or run fast, we've got strong muscles. Okay, take this one back. Now, what other one could we do? How about we go in a crab? So you're going to go with your hands first, one way, and then you're going to have to balance this on your tummy. Oh, mine's a bit wobbly. See if we can balance it. Oh, it's tricky. I'm losing mine. Might go under my chin. It'll help me to practice keeping my chin down, which is a really good thing for boxing to do. So, in our crab, off we go. Let's see if we can get 10. Under my chin. Okay, and you can go with your hips low, or you can really stretch and see if you can go with your hips high and have a big stretch through those arms as well. Okay. Oh, I think you might be faster than me, maybe. I'll do this one more. Woo, well done. Okay, collecting your squirrel napkins. We might come back to those a little bit later. But grab a quick drink. I've got my water. And you'll see that all of the athletes remind you to stay hydrated. It's really important for your muscles and your brain to work well to stay hydrated. Okay. So today we are all about the skill. Now, go and grab yourself a tennis ball or a bigger ball, but a ball that you can catch and that you've got enough space for in the room that you're in. And if there's not a lot of space and you're worried about things around you, you could use one of your socks, your pairs of socks, or a soft ball like this. So our challenge, I'm going to set the timer in a minute for 30 seconds, and we're going to have 3 attempts at each challenge. Our first challenge is going to be to throw the ball and then to see how many claps we can do. So every time we throw the ball, that was 3 claps, and then the next time it's another 3, so I've got 6 claps. So if there's somebody with you in the room, they could count all your claps for you, or you can try and add them up as you go along. That's tricky to remember as you're throwing. You could see what's the maximum number of claps you can do before you catch the ball. So, our 30 seconds. I'm going to go on my timer. I'm going to give you 30 seconds and we'll see how many throws and claps we can do. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, and if we drop it, we just pick it up and carry on going. Oh, like that. Okay, we're on. That's halfway. So you can keep going, and this is really good because it's helping us to learn about concentrating as well Last 5 seconds. Okay. Rest. Okay, rest. Write down how many claps you did, or you can add them up if you did the same number each time. And we're going to have 2 more attempts at that. And I want you to try and see if you can beat your score. So what could you do to beat your score? Maybe you could throw the ball a bit higher so you've got more claps. Maybe you might need to throw it a bit lower so you catch it more often. Or maybe it's about keeping your eyes on that ball as it's going up and down. Okay. Are we ready? Our second 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh. Good. That's it. Try and keep your eyes on that ball as it's going. Oh, how many can you get? Oh. I found a new way to add some more claps. Maybe I can follow the ball down and clap a little bit there. Okay, 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, my maximum number of claps in between is 4. I'm going to see this time if I can get 5. Now, what could you do differently this time? Maybe as the ball's coming, you could bend down so you catch the ball lower. We could try that. Or maybe throw the ball a little bit higher if you've got enough space above you. And you could try this later outside in the daytime when it's a bit lighter. All right. Second 30 seconds. Our last 30 seconds on this one. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh. I did 5 that time. Yeah. How are you doing? Keep that concentration. There we go. We're still going. Oh, last 10 seconds. Can you get a few more? Maybe you can try some big claps. See how many big claps you can do. Oh, and rest. Well done. Okay, grab a quick drink if you need one. Okay, so this next challenge is going to involve our arms and our legs. So we're going to coordinate the two. So you're going to throw the ball, then you're going to jump, and then you're going to catch. Okay? And we're going to see how many catches you make in the 30 seconds. So it's a jump after you've thrown the ball. Have a little practice. So throw, jump, catch. We'll have a practice and then we'll go for our 30 seconds. Okay. In 10 seconds, we'll go in 5 seconds for our first 30-second attempt. How many catches can you do? Let's go. Good. So throw, jump, and then catch. See if you can make that jump even a little bit trickier by lifting your feet up. Oh, it's gone. And if you drop it, don't worry, just pick it up and carry on. We're going to do our final score. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, have a rest. How many did you do? Brilliant. So the next time, you can try and beat that score, or maybe try and make it a little bit more challenging. So you could try and catch the ball high in the air, okay? Or maybe you could try and do a funny jump when you catch the ball. Or maybe just try and do more jumps and throws. Okay, well then you go in 5 seconds, in 3, in 2, in 1. Okay, let's go. 1. That's it. Count how many you do. And you try and do a star jump. This is a bit like netball, isn't it? Try to catch it in the air as the ball's coming through the air. This is a really good skill. And keeping our eye on the ball while we're moving, that's important for all ball sports. How many have you done? Keep counting. Try a big jump. Okay. 5 seconds. All right, and rest. Rest, okay. I'm gonna have one more go of that. We'll reset that timer. So, same thing again. Can you make it more challenging? Could you try and do more? Okay, what could you do to make it more challenging? I'm gonna see. So I did a star jump then when I threw the ball. I tried to do a star jump. This time, I think I might try and see if I can clap my heels behind me before I catch the ball. Okay, let's go. In 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds. Woo. That's it. This is a tricky jump for me. Can anybody else do it? So you're clapping those feet behind you. Good. Okay, I'm going to try and catch you really high this time. Like I'm the goalkeeper in a basketball game. Try and catch it really high. Or maybe, like I'm doing the line out in a rugby match, like Nolly might. Try and catch that ball in that rugby line out, ready to throw it to her friends. Okay, have a rest. Well done. Let us know how many you did. Have a quick drink. So we're going to think about that basketball because now we're going to have a go at some bouncing. Now, if your floor isn't very bouncy, or maybe you've got a soft ball, and instead of bouncing, you can try and do keepy-ups. So you can go keepy-ups. How many keepy-ups can you do? While we practice our bouncing. Okay, our 30-second, we're going to see how many times we can bounce it like a basketball. Have a little practice. So think about how you're going to keep that ball in front of you. Can you alternate hands? Okay, our 30 seconds is going to start. Get our timer now. So 30 seconds. How many bounces can you do? 4. 4, 4. That's halfway. Maybe if you go a bit lower, you might be able to go a bit faster. Or maybe you could stay on one hand and then the other hand. All right, last 5 seconds. And have a rest. Good, that was 30 seconds. How many did you do that time? So, what can you do to make it more difficult? Maybe you could see if you can go low and then get it to bounce up higher. Maybe you could bounce it through your legs or try and spin with the ball. I always try and make it a little bit trickier this time. And if you're doing keepy-ups, maybe you could try and keep it up on different body parts. Okay, are we ready? 30 seconds starts now. See how you can make that more challenging. I'm going to see if I can bounce it really high. Well done, everybody. I'd love to see some videos of the way that you make this more difficult, and maybe I can have a try at the way you've been creative and changed our activity. You could set me a challenge doing the bouncing in a different way. Oh, it's gone. Okay, and rest there. Okay, we've got one more attempt at that. So, how could we change it this time? Maybe, if you're really good, you might be able to bounce it behind your back. Not sure I'm that good at bouncing. Maybe you could bounce it through a leg. You send me your videos of how you've changed it. Okay, let's go. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, maybe you could bounce under a leg. Bounce. I'm going under my leg. I'm keeping it going. Under a leg. This is like our taekwondo kicks from yesterday. I'm going to do a taekwondo kick while I'm bouncing my ball. Oh, taekwondo kick. Oh, we're halfway there. Last 10 seconds on this one now. Okay, can you spin? Keep that Okay, keep your eyes on that ball. All right, and rest. Okay, grab a quick drink. Now I think we've got time for one more challenge. So our challenge this time, I think we'll use our box. So if you get your bucket or your box, whatever you had to collect your acorns in, and we're going to see if you can throw it in the air and then catch it in that bucket. And if there's somebody in the room with you, they could throw it to you for you to catch in your bucket. Maybe they might throw it so you've got to move a little bit and catch it. Okay, our 30 seconds starts now. So you're going to throw it from your bucket. Oh, mine's bouncy in my bucket. Oh, it bounced out. Okay, I'm going to have to keep it a little bit. How can I keep it from bouncing out? Maybe I've got to move with it to keep it from bouncing out. Oh, or maybe I could try and see if I could play a bit like tennis in my bucket. Oh, throw it in the air. I wonder how high I can throw it and still catch it. Oh, I've done it. A little bit higher. Oh, last 10 seconds. Okay, have a rest. How many did you do? Now, how could you make this a little bit trickier, or maybe a little bit harder, or just a bit different? So, can you bounce it in and out like a tennis ball? Can you throw it and maybe spin and catch it behind you? Okay, we're going to go 30 more seconds. Are you ready? In 3, in 2, in 1. Throw. Oh, I'm going to try and throw and then spin and catch it on the other side. Throw. Oh, I've got it. I'm going to throw and spin. Oh, I wonder whether I can bounce it off the floor and back into my bucket. Oh, I've caught it. I'm going to try that again and see if I can bounce it off the floor and into my bucket. And if you've got any ideas about how we can make this more creative, then send them through to me at the Youth Sport Trust Twitter or Facebook page. I'd love to see your videos. Okay, last 10 seconds. How many bounces can I do? Whew. Okay, have a rest. We've got one more go at that. One more go. Now, what could we challenge ourselves with this time? I think I'm going to challenge my concentration. So I'm going to see if I can keep concentrating all the time while I bounce this ball. And I'll have to move and use my accuracy and probably a little bit of that agility to move with the ball. And I'm going to see if I can bounce the ball non-stop. 30 seconds. Okay, let's go. Good. I wonder what other sports this might be good for. Which other sports need us to keep our eyes on a target? So we know the racket sports would be good. What about things like cricket, where we've got to be able to follow the ball and then be able to strike it? That would be a good one. Or our ball sports, like our netball and our basketball. Or maybe our martial arts, like our fencing that we tried yesterday. We need to keep our eye on the target. Maybe even something like archery. Okay, have a rest. Well done. That was fantastic. We have done some great ball work there, some fantastic challenges. I hope you enjoyed them. I definitely did. And tomorrow is Thinking Thursday with the amazing Jenna Downing. And tomorrow you will need your bucket again, but see if you can find a couple more. So you'll need 3 boxes or buckets, and you're going to need a few of those socks. So 5 pairs of socks. So come ready for a little bit of creativity and thinking with Jenna. I've had a great time today. Now, we're nearly at the end of our Youth Sport Trust After School Club. Next week is our last week before the school holidays. So I want to see your Youth Sport Trust wives, and if you're watching this on catch up, then send me them anyway. I'd love to hear how you've all been getting on. Take care, see you later.